Hello, everyone. So, this is a recording I'm making for the first day of my class when I go through my orientation and my how to do well in my course and everything. And hopefully, students taking my class watch the entire orientation. But this is a message I want to make sure all my students here, it's something I tell all my students at the end of the first day. And of all the things I talk about all semester, all the history stories and events and people, I think this at the end of the day might be the one topic that has resonated with more students over the years than anything else I've ever lectured on. And it's this. I tell my students you go to college to get a degree or earn an education. And personally, I've never been impressed by somebody's degree, right? Just because somebody tells me they have a bachelor's or master's, even a PhD, I'm like, it doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't mean you have any common sense, wisdom, or ethics. Getting a degree will help you get a job. Getting a degree will put your foot in the door somewhere. But I promise you, many years after you're at work somewhere, nobody cares about that piece of paper anymore. At that point, they care, what do you know? What can you do? What kind of person you are? And that's earning an education. Earning an education is when you walk into your classes, you walk into a biology class, and you're just, you learn about how the human body works, and you're just awed by the miraculous nature of it. Or you walk into an art class and you see a painting you've never seen before and you get goosebumps because it's so beautiful. Or you walk into a history class and you learn about the achievements of individuals and what they mean for society, understand the impacts of that. All of that, and you find passion in that. That's earning an education. And obviously, a lot of that is on me. I have to be prepared and organized, and my lectures have to be clear, and I have to be passionate about the material. But if students reciprocate that, then you're going to get a lot more out of my class. The other message is even more important. I tell all my students, and it's something I get from Viktor Frankl, who wrote a great book, Man's Search for Meaning. He was a Holocaust survivor. And he said, at the end of the day, you can't control what happens in your life, only how you react to the things that happen. In my courses, I have, things I require of students, and I tell them all the time, these are things you need to do. And, the reality is, you can't control what's going to happen in your life, but how you react. So it's about how you choose to get through the struggles day to day. And I promise you, everybody taking one of my courses or listening to this has some sort of demon, something that keeps them up at night, something they worry about. It's just human nature. It's how you deal with those demons that really prevail, make you prevail in life or not. And if you want to be miserable, I'm going to tell you the secret to being miserable your whole life. The secret to be miserable your whole life is feel like a victim and feel entitled to things. I promise you will be miserable your whole life. You want to be happy, be grateful for what you have, and be willing to work hard if you want more. One of the worst I think that's happening very often in our society is there's this messaging of, well, it's not fair. Some people have more privilege than others. The moment you buy into that, you're done. You are done in life of having really, I think, any chance of empowering yourself. Is it true that some people have more privilege than others? Well, yeah, of course. But, this idea even worse is that, oh, it's based on somebody's, race or all these issues. And there's a million types of privilege that somebody can have. That's not the point. The point is, I come to this country, I'm an immigrant, I'm a minority. English is not my first language. My parents, guys, were refugees. My parents were refugees, literally living in tents. Everything they had was taken away from them. They made the American dream happen. I made the American dream happen. When I was 18 years old, I wanted to teach history at a community college. When I was 24 years old, I was teaching history at a community college. And so, yeah, it's true that some people have it easier than others, but it doesn't mean you can't achieve greatness in life. There's a man named Jordan Peterson. He talks about how the world is harsh, but you are stronger than the world is harsh. And, I believe that, yes, there are barriers in life, but the issue is not let's remove all barriers. The issue is to teach students how to get through barriers. And the promise I always make to my students the first day is, you put in that effort and I will be right there with you. You need help learning, you need help studying, you need help me how to do well in my course. I'll help you out, and I'll tell you and I'll direct you to the resources you need. And I've always been there with my students. Is the reason, I have a tremendous rapport with my students, that I'm still in touch with students who took my class, 20 years ago. And some of them come back and tell me, wow, what you talked about the first day is what I really remember the most. And so I do hope this message resonates with many students, that you really, think about it seriously in terms of, not just doing well in my class, but doing well in life. That how you react to things at the end of the day is what really is going to make or break you in life. And never see yourself in kind of a victim mentality, because I promise you that will always be miserable, right? Happy people are grateful people, grateful people are happy people generally. It doesn't mean that there aren't harshness and times of sorrow and times of difficulty. And there are times that things do get too overwhelming. And sometimes I'll tell my students, you know what, maybe it's too much for you to take this class right now. There's nothing wrong with that, actually. You learn what you could do and how much you could do. But you have to understand how to deal with things. So always feel free to reach out to me, ask questions, with help, whatever you need, because my goal is to see you all succeed and thrive and do well in my class. So, just some messages of hopefully encouragement, and I really think empowerment, because I do believe you're much more empowered knowing that you are stronger than the world is harsh. And just, as you see people day to day, you just don't know what each individual is going through. And don't make presumptions and prejudice. The word prejudice is to prejudge people, right? People based on just what their outer appearance are. Get to know people as individuals and help them as individuals. And that's my attitude towards my students, as each of you is an individual. As I get to know some of you, I can help you more as individuals, and that's always my goal. So, I hope this helps. I hope this encourages you to do well in my class. And if you have any questions, please let me know. You guys have a great day. Thank you.